The
Gaia is dying. Once again, we must bridge the gap between our realms to save her. 6 sacred stones in forgotten keeps hold the key to rekindling earthly magic. Go now, my loyal advisors. Unite the stones, and let all of Gaia rejoice at my ascension.
We're back again.
Woo, that looks like a fun game.
Right?
Hey.
You guys know anything about that game?
Yeah.
back.
No, a little bit. Know a little bit about it.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
Great.
pretty good. Pretty good.
We're
Welcome.
back. I'm Jordan and Adam from XYZ Game Labs and Rob and Brendan too.
Mhm.
And we got a real something special for you this week. We are going to do some play along cooperative or competitive Titania Ascending.
Yeah, Titania Ascending is the cooperative flipping right, but tonight it's going to be the competitive flipping right because there is a competitive mode in this game, and you can play along at home.
Mm-hmm.
So all you need is a map for this play along. You're just needing a map and a pencil. If you have those two things, you can play along at home with us.
And
Wherever
if
you
you're
are.
fancy, if you're fancy, you can do this all on your cell phone. I've seen it done.
And where can we find a map? xyzgamelabs.com/Titania?
xyzgamelabs.com/Titania. You can get yourself a map. You can download it, and you can do it on screen. You can do it on a pencil and paper, whatever you want.
Hey, do you guys know what else?
Do tell.
It's available on Kickstarter right now.
What?
It is available. We're coming near the end of this campaign.
Yeah, get over there.
So
Yeah.
if you're watching this.
we got 3 days left on the campaign. We hit the goal, so we're funded, which means that if you back now, you're getting the game
You know
for
you're getting the
sure,
you're definitely getting it.
and you're getting the first cooperative flipping right. So win-win.
Yeah.
Can't stop winning.
So now I've played the cooperative version, but I'll admit I've never played this version. So I'm gonna slide it over to my main man Brendan to give us
You're
a
in for a
run through.
treat, Jordan. So I'm going to explain it as though people haven't played at all, so that if any of our viewers haven't played the cooperative version or watched any of the playthroughs, they'll be able to follow, and then everybody can play with us.
Yep.
So in this game, you are competing to be Titania's most favorite advisor by lining up your troops to invade Earth and help save it from those pesky humans who are ruining everything. So the game is played in 2 phases. In the first half, it's called divination. We are going to be arranging the troops on our maps. In the second half, it's called ascension. You're going to be using those troops to invade, following Titania's orders. Now, in the first half, while you're arranging your troops, you're going to be designating 6 special units that are going to be marked down on this banner area here. So you'll notice that on your map, you have some crowns and some hammers. Whenever you put a unit in the crown, you're going to copy that unit down here. Are we able to bring up the board so we can see the cards?
Boom.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Rob's face. We should just play with Rob's face huge.
Right?
That's how we're going to get people to back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the cooperative game, you play as long as you want. There's a lot of communication among people. In the competitive game, the first half takes 8 rounds. So you are going to be writing the arrangement of units that are on the cards onto your map. And in as many of those 8 rounds as you want, you're allowed to pass. But if you don't write in at least 6 rounds, you're going to lose, because one of the rules is that you can only fill in one of these crowns each round.
Each turn. In the first round.
All right, so
we're
our
calling
goal.
the turns rounds. Okay, so you can only fill in 1 crown each round, and so
I have 8 rounds. I have 8 rounds to fill in those 6 spots.
Right.
The 6 purple banners there.
Right.
Gotcha.
You also are going to be trying to put units onto the hammer spaces. The unit cards, I'm going to point at the cards here and point out a couple different features. On the cards, we have a couple different kinds of units. there are numbers which represent groups of dragons. So like on the sleeper card there or on the serpent card, we have numbers 1, 2, 4, etc. And on the runes, you can see a 6, a 3, and a 5 on the little tiles. Those represent groups of dragons. Whenever you write those on the board, that's just how many dragons you're putting in place. Then we have different symbols. There are 6 different kinds of fae that could appear. We see a bunch of different ones there. On the card labeled the dragon, we have pixies and wisps and rakshasa. On the reacher, we have
a helper for this.
Pixies and golems and yarthkins. And then if you're trying to remember what they're all called, we have this helper that shows you not only the names of the different units, but also what special power they give you. Because while you're arranging things on your map, if you put one of these units on a space with a hammer, then you get to recruit that aid to help you during the battle. And the way that works is that you would write it on your hammer and then you mark it down below. I'm actually going to show you one of those just to give you a sense of how it would look. So for instance, the dragon card, I'm going to draw it on my board and then show everybody what it looks like. There we go. Okay, so on my board there, whoops, you can see I drew a Rakshasa on a crown and the pixie on the hammer and then a wisp and a siren feather. I'm not a very good artist. So because I drew the pixie on the hammer, then I'm going to mark the pixie space down here to show that I recruited the pixie. Then because I recruited the pixie as an aid, it no longer is up here to be in the battle. So then I shade in that space like so. So now
okay. So if I cover a hammer with an icon, and that icon gives me one of these flags at the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, and then I have to shade in the space where I covered it.
Right.
Because like that unit is off doing that thing now.
Right. They've come to help you in your camp. They're no longer waiting to be sent into battle.
Gotcha.
And the same goes.
And then because you did the pixie, there's the top of the screen here.
Right. Yeah. So because I did the pixie, I now have the ability to use the plot power, which is what the pixie gives me. That says fill an empty square with a result of your choice. I'll talk about how you pay for those in a minute.
Okay.
The other thing that I did, because I'm good at demonstrating things, I also put the Rakshasa in a crown space. So this is one of the 6 crown spaces that I have to fill in order to set up the second half of the game. This is a special unit I've designated to go invade this citadel and get part of Queen Titania's crown. So
whatever column you've put that on, at the bottom of that column, you fill in that flag with that same symbol.
That's right. And then once again, you're going to cross off that space to show that this unit is down here waiting to go on that special mission instead of up here waiting for the battle. So I shade that space in as well, like so. So that would be like what I do on my first turn.
Okay. Now, in the cooperative version of this game, we'd all be playing together, and then all of us would like also get that power and also put that on our board.
Yes.
So we get to write the shape.
And we'd all be writing the same shape.
We'd all be drawing the same shape, which in this case was the dragon. I think it's the first one there, right? Correct. On the left.
But that's one of the differences. So in the competitive game, we have this grid of, or this array of 3 different card and tile pairs. But then we also have this 4th card and this 4th tile off on the side. So each round, each of us individually gets to pick one of those card and tile pairs, which we call visions, to write on our board. So even from the beginning, we're all going to be writing different things because.
So on turn 1,
yep.
On turn 1, I'm going to choose one of those shapes, and I'm going to write it on my board in that pattern.
Right.
And I can rotate it, flip it, I can whatever I need to, but I have to write it on my board. And everyone else is going to choose one too, but we all may choose different ones. Well,
Right.
mostly choose different ones.
And
Or we all may choose the same.
right.
Oh,
And
but we don't know, and we don't have to share it. We're not supposed to share it.
Right. And since there are 6 different maps, each one has a different number. Even if we pick the same shape, we have a different arrangement of the crowns and hammer spaces.
If you are having any trouble, because some of these shapes are pretty odd, down here on the cards, there's some friendly reminders to show you some of the different orientations for the shapes. And you mentioned that these could be flipped, reversed, as long as you keep the relative position the same.
There is one other thing I left out about reading the cards, though. On each card, there are some symbols that I haven't talked about yet. There's the Titania's crest, which is a TA, and you can see that down in our off on the right of the screen as well. And then there's a dragon head. Some cards will have the crest, some will have the dragon head, some will have both. Whenever you see that shape or that icon, you are going to substitute what's on the tile under the card. So if you look at the bottom of those cards, you could see a lit up Titania icon and a lit up dragon icon. And that's sort of pointing down to say, hey, here's the one you're going to substitute. So to draw the sleeper, you would actually draw 5, 1, and then 2 wisps. So I just drew that here like so. 5, 1, and then 2 wisps, for example.
Okay, so yeah, so you made that same Tetris shape.
Yeah,
but you made the 5 and the wisps instead of the dragon and the TAs.
Yep. And every time you are doing one of these cards, you're going to substitute some things, either the Titania icon or the dragon.
Oh, I see. On every one of these cards, there's something lit up at the bottom. Oh, the first 2 have the first one lit up, then both, and then 1.
Yep.
Oh.
So you're
So what is this?
You're
card?
never going to learn these cards.
No, yeah, they're always changing.
Yes. Mercurial.
Where the 2 cards, the extra card on the right and the extra rune on the right underneath that Fey-Mite board, which we also haven't learned about yet.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
So those are the wiggle cards because they give you a little bit of wiggle room. So one of the things we're going to do in setup is we're each going to pick one of these circles to mark with an X. And that represents one favor you've earned from the queen.
Okay.
When you like one of those cards or tiles better than the ones that are in the main pool, you can fill in one of those circles that has an X in it and use the card or tile instead. So like, let's say I really like the serpent card, but I really wanted to use the 3 and the Rakshasa tile. I could pay 1 boon and substitute the serpent card.
So you say I really want to do the serpent card.
Yeah.
But I want to use the Rakshasa tile.
Right, the middle one.
Okay, all right.
So I could pay 1 boon to pretend that the serpent card is there instead of the Reacher. Like that.
And boons
are the little circles that have an X in them. So right now, you start the game with 1. And that's a difference than the cooperative game. The cooperative game, you don't start with any.
Okay. So I just put an X in any of these circles? Can I do this now?
That'll be part of setup.
Sure, let's do it now.
Yeah, you can do it
let's
now.
all do it now.
All right, so, all right.
Now,
I put an X in the A circle. Does it matter which circle I
did it.
So it does matter. It's something to keep in mind as you're filling in your map, because you're going to collect boons, and they're very useful. But if you fill in the row or column where you just mark this boon,
you don't earn the boon.
You don't get it again. Yeah. We might as well just call that pulling a Rob, because I feel like I always do it.
I always do it too, yeah.
Pull the Rob.
All right, and then how do you earn boons again? I'm sorry.
The way you would earn more of those is as you're playing, you're going to be filling in the first half of the game, you're always writing in this inner light area. You're not allowed to write in the outer purple area.
Okay.
So once you've got 6 tiles or 6 squares in a row or column full, then you get to mark the circle that's at the end.
Brendan, I see that you already have 4 just in 2 pretend turns here. You have a 1, a 5, and then these 2 spaces that you already shaded in.
Right.
You're 2/3 of the way.
So if I were to draw the reacher and fill in those other 2 squares, then I could mark that boon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now,
So
the
if I
other
fill a
thing-
row or column, I mark the circle at the end of it with an X to show that I've earned a boon.
Right.
Yeah, and what that represents is you've been efficient in your placement of the troops, and you've gained favor with Queen Titania.
So the other
All
thing
right.
that you use those boons for is to use the special powers that you get with your aids. So the way that works is
That's these powers that are listed above the screen.
Above and
below the
below,
screen.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
so the way that
To
works
use
is
that power, I need a boon.
correct, or you need some number of boons. If you look in the lower right of your map, Rob's
Yes.
got it there. That's the grid of expenses that you have to spend in order to use the boons. So you notice the first one says a 0.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the first time you want to use one of those powers, you're going to cross out that 0 space and you get to use it for free.
Okay.
Then the second time that you want to use one of those powers that you've earned, you cross out that 1 space, you fill in 1 boon that you've earned, and then you can use the power. So the more times you use the powers, the more boons you have to spend to use the powers.
So by the time you're getting to your 5th boon, it's costing you 15.
Oh wow.
Some huge number of boons to use it.
So
Yeah.
in the solo game or the competitive game, you're probably not using those powers more than a couple times, unless you have been incredibly efficient with.
Yeah, because I had to fill this whole board in 8 rounds,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to fill in as many of these circles as I can, and it costs me 1, 3, 6, 10.
Yeah.
I can't even get to 15.
You
Right, you
won't
can
need the bottom row.
Yeah,
Right.
I can only use the top row. Okay.
So those are there
5
because
shots. Use their
yeah,
power.
the grid goes as high as it does because in the cooperative game we can play up to 6 players, which means as a group you can get 60 boons.
Whoa.
And so you could actually get up to the point where you've used all 9. It's rare. I don't know that we've ever done it, but you like to be optimistic. Okay, so that's the first half. In the second half, we're going to be filling in the cards that we've been using. I think it would make sense to just take a moment when we get there and explain how that part works.
Yeah, let's get through the first half before we go into the second
But
half.
I do want to
Also, I want to play.
Yeah, I do want to take a moment to make sure everybody understands where points come from.
Yes.
Because it's competitive. So there are 3
How do I
things-
score points?
There are 3 ways you're going to score points at the end of the game. The first is spaces you haven't used. So for every dragon space, you get as many points as that number. So if you put a 6 on your grid and you haven't used it at the end of the game, you get 6 points.
Okay.
And that's true for all the dragon numbers.
Like I haven't used it, like it's still showing at the end.
Right, you have not shaded it in. Then for the Fae, we are going to assign values to them. That'll be something we'll do right when we finish the teach here. That's what the Fae might.
Should we just do it right now?
let's do
Yeah,
it
Because then
right
we
now.
can talk about it concretely. I'm
Yeah.
going to reach into the bag here and pull out some more of these rune tiles. The first one comes up with the Siren's Feather. I'm going to put that here. I'm an expert artist, so mine will be perfect and beautiful.
Not at all a kitchen knife.
Mhm.
So,
Grab another one. Here we have the Pixie's Wings. So I'm going to draw that here. Going to the next one,
Yarthkin.
the Yarthkin's Pickaxe.
And so when you get to the end, these are the values that those units are worth. So at the end of the game, if you have a pixie you haven't used, it's worth 2 points.
2 points, yeah.
There's the Wisp.
So once again, this
Yes.
changes the flow of the game because, if you now a golem is worth 5 points. So if you put a golem on the aid space, you'll get the grow power, but you also have to shade in and lose that golem that when you put it on the hammer.
Oof.
All
So-
right.
Okay, so dragons you don't use, you score. Fey units that you don't use, you score. Then there's 2 other ways you get points. The next one is when we're all done, you're going to look at your board and find the largest contiguous area where you have squares that are all touching each other that haven't been used. So you want to kind of keep as many unused areas together as you can. And then you score 1 point for each square in that largest contiguous unused area.
Okay.
And then the last thing is you score 3 points for every boon that you didn't use. So if you didn't use some of those, you would get 3 points.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Has everyone named their character?
And now I
have.
Elphys.
By the way, TCB, taking care of berries.
I have Jordan.
Oh, well, it's a beautiful name. Don't get me wrong.
I am Schmeagle.
Schmeagle, the seagull.
Yeah, Schmeagle the seagull.
All right. Well, I think at this point, we should jump in. And actually, we're all set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're good to go.
We know how much our fairy's going to be worth at the end, and the dragons are worth their obvious amount. There's nothing to it but to do
All
it.
right, so for those of you who are watching this after we broadcast it, this is a moment where if you have more rules questions or you're confused or whatever, you can drop us a comment. You can absolutely reach out to us on social media or through our website or by emailing us at info@xyzgamelabs.com. Also, we'll make sure that we include the rulebook link in the description on this video, so that way you have that as well. From here on out, this video you'll be able to play as many times as you want to with the competitive game. And you're going to know all the things that are coming, but at least you get a sense to play it, and maybe you can do better the second time than the first time.
There you go. Love it.
Here we go.
All right.
All right, so
this is fun because we're all used to playing this all friendly.
Yeah.
Knives are out. It's Titania After Dark.
Here
we go. Round 1.
Let's see. I don't know. This is I don't know how I feel about this.
it really pushes your brain in a different direction if you're used to the co-op game.
I know I am. I'm so used to the co-op game. I like talking to my friends about what they're doing. And
so I'm going to warn everyone. In the co-op game, you can get a little, especially if you're playing with a bunch of friends, you can get a little loosey-goosey with covering up hammers. In this case, don't cover up a hammer without really thinking about it, because you only have 3 aids at the end of the first round at most.
So that does remind me one other thing I want to remind everybody. We're going to play 8 rounds. You will need to fill in at least 6 of them in order to get all 6 crowns.
Oh, can I do 2 crowns in one turn?
You may not.
Okay, every turn, I can do 1 crown.
Correct. And if you get to the end of those 8 and you have not covered all 6 crowns, you're out.
You're out?
You're out.
Ooh.
Oh, you lose?
Eliminated.
But you are allowed to pass, which in the cooperative game, passing means you're out of the round. In this game, let's say you get to turn 7 and you don't like any of the cards. You could just choose not to write anything, and you still get to write something in turn 8. So that is one of the other differences.
All right, I'm going to show my map over here because
I hate all these
my
shapes.
turn. Good. I drew here, and I covered. Oh, here I'm big.
Oh, look at that! You're
I covered a crown right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I crossed that out, and I wrote it down here in the corresponding pennant.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I didn't cover up any hammers, and that's me. I like to outline my shapes.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
All right.
I covered
Bring back the thing. I need it. I haven't finished writing mine yet because keep second guessing all my choices, all of them.
You just got to go with it, man. Go with your gut.
I'm
Draw a
trying to
shape.
go with my gut, but my gut is confused, man.
I mean, don't listen to me. I'm bad at this.
I hate to brag, but I did
You are
recruit
bad at this,
the pixie power already.
Nice. I
Is that a
down
good
to-
one?
They're all good.
Damn it.
Keeping in mind now
Help me.
that while you guys are thinking, I'm going to point out that there are basically 3 types of aid abilities that we're going to get. Some of them can only be used in the beginning. That's your grow from the golem and your wrangle from the Yarthkin. Whereas the reallocate from the Rakshasa can only be used in this first ascension phase.
In the second.
Second ascension phase.
I'm sorry, in the ascension phase. Thank you. Oh boy. And then up at the top, we have 3 abilities that you can use at any time, so long as you've recruited the associated Fae.
Skip 1 square when recording the current
Okay.
vision. Fill an empty square with also with plot. I can just fill any square I want.
Mhm.
So with grow, I can put up to 2 results from this card. So 2 parts of my shape can go into the outer
Yeah, the
purple,
outer purple
gray
area.
The grayish purple
Yep.
thingy.
And then for wrangle, add or subtract 1 dragon, 2 from the vision card. So is
Mhm.
that the whole, like, reduce the number up or down, or take the number off completely, or put it there?
It's intended to be increase or decrease the
The
value.
number. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, so if I need a even and I have an odd, I can increase it or decrease it to make it
Mhm.
what it needs to be. Or if I need to be 4 or more, then okay. And that is about the second half, which I know many of you haven't seen yet, but you will.
It's about
And then when you
setting
do, it'll
up
make more
the
sense.
second half. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Are we all good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Now, this
Oh,
is
I wrote mine. Yes, I've completed the task.
this is a difference. All these cards and all these tiles get pulled out.
We get all new ones each round.
Yeah.
all new ones each round because we don't know who used what. So
Yeah.
you gotta keep refreshing.
Keep the mystery.
Yeah,
So,
which is this is one of
yeah.
the things I really like about the competitive mode. In the co-op mode, sometimes you feel restrained in a good way, but restrained by the cards that are there. You use one, and then the garbage ones you don't want are still there haunting you. Whereas in the competitive mode, you get a fresh display every time.
Yeah, you do. That's cool.
All right. Here. These are the ones I just discarded.
Ah,
Those are
I
fun.
put my map over the.
Don't
draw
reuse
pile.
them. All right. The
All right.
blade.
Got the blade,
The
the urn,
urn, and the scorpion.
Get
and
over
our
here.
wiggle cards include Dread and Despair. And then our tile. is a
And how do I
two-
use the wiggle cards again? If I
Hold
want
on.
the shape or I want the rune, I can spend a boon.
Mhm.
You spend a boon to
Okay.
replace one of these elements
With one of those.
with one of these.
I just substituted on my end when I'm writing.
Right.
If you want the shape or you want the rune, you got to spend a boon.
Ooh, I like that.
Quick on his feet.
Can't get a rune unless you spend a boon.
You could use both of them. It would just cost two boons.
2 boons.
It's been done. It will be done again.
The urn.
Ooh.
That's a cute one.
The urn.
So
I don't know
we're
why,
just
but that one's
gonna
got a really
just-
fun name.
Go ahead, right?
The urn. Yeah, we're just doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
So now
man.
this is round
Let's do it.
2. We get to write another
Yeah.
shape.
That's
yep.
right. You're writing another shape.
Now these
Live
shapes
large.
are unusual, granted, but once you start playing with them, you start to see that they actually fit together in some pretty interesting ways.
I don't know if I believe you, Rob, because I usually find myself cursing the shapes that we've come up with.
Agreed.
But that's why it's fun.
It is where it's fun. Like, damn it, how do I fit that where? Wait, can I put that one?
All right, I know which one I'm choosing.
1, 2,
Okay, I got it.
3, 4.
I actually find these
Shut
more difficult
the
to play
door.
with than the last set we had.
Shut the door. This is great. I love this.
All right.
I found the perfect spot for that. I'm not telling you which.
Close to the vest.
I'm actually having a little bit of trouble with this one.
Ooh.
Well, you've got that boon. You can wiggle
Well,
over here to Dread and Despair, or
good.
use that too.
Jordan Miller.
I think I can do.
I went with the blade.
I earned it up. That urn's got a lot of knives in it.
It does.
The urn's got a lot of feathers.
I assume they're also blades.
Yeah, they could be sharp feathers.
So I'm going to show everybody what I've done. Look at that. I just nestled in right there.
Ooh, you want to change that up on the stream there? Let me see,
Well,
let me see
here.
what Rob's got. I want to
See, look.
cheat. Off his
I
board.
nestled in here.
Oh, you did. That's what
right,
you meant.
Right in there. And then look, I'm keeping in mind, I already earned this boon down here. I'm building way far away from.
Yeah, you are.
Whereas
Mine is not that well
I went
orchestrated here.
chaotic. I'm not nestled at all. I'm just all over the place. But I put a 1 on the crown.
I guess I'm going to show my board here. Oh,
I
wait,
actually-
hold on.
I actually covered.
I forgot
no
to shade.
crowns.
Thank you for showing that because I forgot to shade the stuff that
Don't forget.
I got in both rounds so far. Hold on.
So, so I'm playing a little fast and loose here.
I'm the cheater.
Instead of passing, I just didn't write on any crowns or hammers this turn.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
There's my, and I we got 1 crown.
All right.
And I got 2 aids.
Nice.
Yeah. See, I flipped to the other side of my board.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like those shapes too.
Now I don't want to tempt people too much, but if you like these unusual shapes and you want more unusual shapes,
Yeah.
and I don't just mean additional, I also mean
Unusualer.
yes, of magnitude. Then go over and back this project on Kickstarter because, boy, let me tell you, some of the cards that are in the stretch goals are real
Some
brain
real
burners.
nonsense.
I
Yeah.
have seen them. They are
All
very
right.
difficult.
I think we're ready to cycle the pool
All
to
right,
round 3.
here we go.
Oh yeah, I did mine. Yes, I can.
I hope you didn't need one of those for this turn because
They're all gone now.
yeah.
Wah wah wah.
I found that as a solo game, this clips along pretty fast. It's like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We have a
'cause we're
we have
being
a-
very chatty.
We have a request from the comments.
Oh yeah, what's up?
More singing from Adam.
Oh no. Was
Yeah,
I singing? Did I do that?
You don't want that.
Do we need to clear the rights for those songs? Uh-oh.
Blinded by. Oh, yeah.
No,
Oh,
we don't need to clear the rights for them because when Adam sings them, they're unrecognizable.
They're unrecognizable. Correct. You are correct.
That falls
So-
under fair use.
Falls under parody, heavy parody.
Hey, do you want royalties for that? No, that's not our song.
no. Don't associate us with them. All wrong. All wrong.
All right, here we are. We're ready.
Round three.
Round
Let's go.
3.
Let's go.
Ooh, let's go.
All
Look
right.
at that puck up there.
Puck is the smallest shape available. So
There he is, just hanging out.
Small but mighty.
Mhm.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
the crown, that earns you 2 Rakshasas.
It does earn you 2 Rakshasas. I'm looking at it as well. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? Do I know what I'm doing, y'all?
I ask that every day.
You know what? That's understandable. I'm
I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. You obviously know what you're doing.
You know what?
I'm gonna go for it. I'm doing it.
I'm doing a thing.
Oh shoot! I drew those backwards. I didn't like that. By the way, you can draw your shapes whatever way makes sense to you. It looks like they're, strange, and your icons for each of the fae, right? They don't have to angle a certain way, right?
Correct.
Correct.
As long as they're recognizable to you.
Slash.
Draw your shapes the way you like.
For the people who haven't studied the box art or the character art, the reason the Rakshasa looks like that is that the Rakshasas are tiger people, tiger fae, and so that's a depiction of the tiger slash.
Ooh, can we bring up the box art? Do we have that?
We can do the analog version of bringing up the box art.
Oh, because you have a box right there. Hey, it's Titania.
Here, we're going to do a
Ascending.
scroll.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun
dun.
dun.
They're all there.
Yeah. Our art by
shot.
Marty McGowan, who, for my money, just did a bang
My
job.
my goodness, the art. I was looking at some of the cards earlier today, and they look so good.
That is the truth.
My goodness.
They do look pretty great.
And by that, you're referring to the fate cards, right, Jordan?
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
the
Yeah,
fate
there are.
cards.
We don't even see those in this version right here. But yeah,
That's
there's
true.
some very beautiful other cards.
I want to show you guys something. Elphys has gotten a boon.
Oh wow!
There, I filled in the top row, and I also recruited a Rakshasa as an aid.
You are
so
more
to
efficient than
indicate
me.
that, I just come down here, put a little mark down there, and as you see up there, one of my did I not? I'll shade it in to.
That's one sheet point
follow.
to you, Mr. Rob.
Well, no, I was waiting to do it so I could show
Yeah,
everybody.
of course.
Sure.
So there we go.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, is everyone ready?
I wrote a shape.
Okay. All right.
Moving
Can we
on.
go back to the board though, in case anyone hasn't wrote a shape yet? Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just go back real quick. Anybody who didn't get a chance to write their shape yet.
Last chance. Pause
And
now.
pause. All right, now we go. Let's wipe it.
go. Okay. There we
Get out of there.
go. Now, a
We
fun
knew
thing
what
about
to do.
this is there's a wonderful cycle of shuffling the cards and refilling the bag with tiles that comes around in this version of the game.
All right, because in the competitive version, you move through all the tiles and all the cards a lot slower.
Much more slowly, yeah.
You mean
So
the co-op
you-
version?
In the co-op version, yes. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Did I say
This-
competitive?
You did.
Oh,
This
dare I?
this shuffling and dealing, it's very therapeutic. It feels.
We should move the mic closer, and this can be the ASR.
ASMR.
competitive.
this is the Titania Ascending ASMR
We have
stream.
the sparrow, the archer, the confluence.
So the archer's a fun shape there.
It looks like an archer.
Well, that might not be a coincidence. So what those refer to? Let's get into while the folks at home are planning their move. We'll talk a little about the components here. The titles here actually refer to constellations in the sky of the Fey world that we're using to help us plan the best way to make our armies arrayed to assure victory for Titania.
Oh,
All right, now we're on round 4 of 8.
I probably need to be locking in some crowns, don't I?
I was just gonna say, Mr. Rob here has 1 crown locked in.
Yeah, I got 2 crowns. I gotta lock one in.
Every
4,
round
5,
from
6,
now
7.
on.
Yeah, if I don't lock one in this
Ha
round,
ha ha! You
every
fool.
round after this, I have to lock one in.
Yeah, you don't want to sleep on those crowns, or else you'll end up shooting yourself in the foot there.
You won't be able to continue to the second half of the game.
Right?
Well, now here I don't usually point this out,
Oh,
but
No.
if you look at the plot ability above us here, above the
Fill an empty square with a result of your choice.
so that can be used to pull one's proverbial biscuits out of the metaphorical fire.
That makes sense.
except that you can still only fill 1 crown per round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
If you come across a round where you need to fill in a crown and you haven't,
Yeah.
you can fire that bullet.
there you go.
It would be
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
I will say we have not play tested much. I think we tried it once and was like, no, we like the limitation. But it would be interesting to see how the competitive would work if you could fill crowns more than one in the same round.
So let's do this. Brendan and I have a term that we have developed in our
No?
Okay.
No, we're not playing with this.
Yeah, no, I was
This
gonna
is
say
the
like
rules.
All right, let's go
people
then.
play on their own at home. Let us know how
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah,
Good?
you try that out on your own. Have fun.
I do like the homage to our friend Don Eskridge, though.
You didn't.
I knew where you were going, but yeah, no, we need this one to follow the rule book.
Right.
I know you guys like to
these
play
are
around
all-
with it. I know we played this a lot.
So these are all gone. So we're gonna have to shuffle because we only have 2 there, and I'm gonna go to the
Oh, so
bag,
we've cycled through the set of cards.
and
So
we
we're
only
there's some
have
shapes we're going to see again, but the combinations will be different.
Right.
we only have 2
Good, because I
tiles.
like some of those shapes. I want someone to come back now.
All right, I think I got mine drawn in.
I left myself a really good spot for that 3 corner piece. So I hope it comes back.
Yeah.
Well, there's two of each shape that we've seen so far, as people, the eagle-eyed friends among us, might have noticed. For example, I believe the return is
Going to return?
the same shape as the urn.
Oh, the return and the urn are the same shape. Got it. Oh, yeah, it is. That is the shape of the urn, but it's reversed.
It is.
The
That
reverse
is also
urn.
true of all of them. All right, now it's time to
What is it? What's the
Shuffle
last
these up.
2?
On the high tower.
I need to see them.
It was on the other stream that I
need it. Oh,
mentioned the character of Hightower from the 1980s Police Academy movies.
I love Hightower.
Somebody said to me, that is a reference that's not going to last much longer.
Yeah.
I don't
Probably
think we
true.
can recommend those movies.
Mm-mm. I don't think those have aged well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is.
That was also the name of Steve Harvey's character on the Steve Harvey Show. He was Mr. Hightower.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, that's who I was referring to.
We're on round 5, you guys. Round 5.
Round
The 5th.
5.
All right.
So we have this and then 3 more.
Let's see. Well, I feel an awful lot like maybe I've done a really bad job putting stuff on my board because I don't have a lot of room for a lot of these things.
I don't want to make you feel bad, but I won't let that stop me. Because the archer is just going to go down so smooth for me here.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet
Just
it
so
is.
smooth.
And I can't cover more than 1 crown a turn, so I can't actually use that right now.
Ooh, I can
Right.
use it, though.
Well, good for you. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a power because I can do that, right? First one cost me nothing.
Well, yep. So if you're using, if the power you're using is one of your Fey aids, then yeah.
Yes,
Free.
I got the siren, and I'm gonna use the siren so I can skip a square.
Siren
Nice.
gets the square.
Now I just got to figure out where.
Oh, I'm
Get it?
I'm a happy advisor here because I am getting the Wisp ability, which is a personal favorite.
Yeah, the wisp is nice.
And I'm also able to put a crown. I'm putting a Yarthkin on a crown.
Ooh, I should do that.
No, right?
I should do this, and then I'll get a Rakshasa.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get.
6.
All right. I'm using a boon. I'm using my power, my siren. Do I have to mark off the siren because I used her power, or is it just I just have the power?
You just have the power.
Just have the
Yeah,
power.
they don't go away in this version. In the other version, sometimes there are some difficulty cards that'll complicate that for you. I want to show the friends at home. I have 3 of my crowns set there. And I have 2 aides recruited down here. Oops. I marked one of them in the wrong place, but it's still true. And to go with that, I have also crossed out 5 spots. So
I've only recruited 1 aide, but I've been very diligent about my crowns. I have 5 crowns.
nice. Well, then you're going to have some space.
Well, maybe I'm not doing a very good job of efficiently arraying.
You know, I would be fine if you just lost in the first half.
Yeah.
I've got 5 of my citadels and 2 aides, so I've got 7 of these things shaded in already. That feels like a lot that I have to shade in, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make use of these aides, so I want to get them.
All right. Are we good here, folks?
Oh, good.
What
All right,
about you at home?
Do you need more time? You can pause here.
There you go. Pause here and boop. Pull these out. I really love, speaking of the art, our art team, Dan Hempkin and Marty McGowan. I love these sort of fairy data pads that we've got that the advisors use.
I'd also like to call out the strong artistic vision from Adam McCrimmon, guiding the creation of those things.
Thank you.
Well, you know, it takes a village to make a game.
It does. I'd like to thank Rob and Brendan for designing said game.
Okay, now this it can't just turn into the Mutual Admiration Society. We're playing against each other.
I'd like to thank Jordan for running this stream and making this great helper graphic that we have around the side of the thing. I'm referencing it nonstop. I'm like, wait, what ability do I have? What does it do? Oh, okay, it does that. All right, great.
You know what?
I would also like to thank me for making it.
You know, yesterday me is usually my worst enemy, but in this
I wanted to thank yesterday me for doing this last night instead of having to do it today right before the stream like I do almost everything else.
He's not that guy who has you waking up all hungover. Or...
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Look at that boot. Give me the boot.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to use that there boot too.
Both of that shape are out right now. Because the wiggle card, which I don't know if anyone's used one yet.
I haven't
or not.
used one yet. What is the number there? It's a 4.
I'm pretty tempted to use one of those. You know what? I'm going to use an aid ability. Ooh. I got that wisp ability.
Yeah.
And if you look up here, there's that spot that I crossed out earlier. Mm-hmm. That is still available to use the wisp's ability to erase. Having done so,
okay, I feel better.
I'm going to record the crown.
A crown?
Well, no, the shape called the crown. There on the left. Boop.
Yes.
And here's the thing about doing that. That gives me 2 more boons. This whole top of the board, all of those spaces, those 8.
Wow, nice.
18
I was able to get 1 more boon this round, so I finally have enough that I can use powers 2 more times.
Nice.
So it's good.
Yeah, I'd love to get at least 1 more boon here.
Fill an empty
So
square.
I filled in all my crowns now. So the last 2 rounds I have flexibility, but I did not leave myself a lot of good spaces to use that flexibility. So I'm really hoping we're going to get Puck or whatever that other little dingus is.
Yeah. All right. Are we good?
You know what? We are good. Give me 1 second, though.
Rob's arranging the cards before he deals them out.
Brendan is in the room with me. He knows, how bad I'm cheating.
Yeah, I can see him. I'm watching.
Hey, no fair, no cheating.
I'm just
I'm
cheating
keeping
in ways
him
that it'll
honest.
help me, though.
Oh, only in ways that'll help you. Wow,
Cheat,
that,
cheat count 1.
you know, Rob cheat count 2 now. That's
Oh.
2.
Sorry, let me update the count.
Yeah, update the count. It's 2. Rob cheat count.
Oh, dang it.
You said it said 1. It still said 1.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
Got the cheat count updated.
There we go. Rob
That's
cheat
some
count
high
2.
quality titles. I'm
All
loving
right.
that. I'm loving the
We're good
StreamYard.
here. I'll pull those off.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Here we go. Here we go. I am. I'm ready. What's the
I'm
next
ready.
one? What do we got?
I
So
I was
little
worried that
left.
it was
Here,
about to be
you guys
peanut
wanna
butter
see my
jelly
screen?
time.
It's peanut butter jelly
You wanna see
time.
my- Here, bring my. Hey, Jordan.
Oh, I got you, fam.
What are you doing, bro? Yeah,
you
there
go.
you go.
I was
See, look,
coloring
there,
in-
that.
Look at that. Look at you.
Yeah, you got
Look at
some
this.
good
Look at
spaces
those.
in there.
Those golems. That's my favorite one.
Dude, I love when the
I
high
love the
tower.
golems.
I love when the high tower
Look at-
gets a golem rune.
This terrible spots I left myself. This is
Oh
garbage.
man, what is that?
I
What did
stink.
you do?
I'm terrible at this game.
Did you throw the game on purpose?
No, I'm really hoping we get one of those L's.
I'm
If
as
I don't
good
get
at
one of
this.
those L's. I'm in
I-
no trouble.
I'm as
Yeah.
good at this game as I am at patchwork, which I'm terrible
Which
at
is
patchwork.
you're awful.
I think I used up all my luck in the. If anyone wants to play another round of this, we do have over in the Board Game Geek forums. Our friend Alden Bruce ran an asynchronous round of this where he has been posting cards every day, and you can go in and play it. And I did really well over there, so I think I used up all my luck because. Whoa.
It ain't
Come
about.
on,
It's
Rob.
not luck.
Aw.
It's all skill.
Oh, what do we got? Oh man, no.
Oh,
Did I bring the wrong
bad.
ones?
Scrappy
I got the
end.
wrong ones.
These shapes are the
Oh.
stupid shapes.
No, that don't work. I don't like that. Beep boop beep. Boop boop boom.
All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of game magic here. I'm going to use my first aid. I've recruited the pixie, which lets me fill an empty square with the result of my choice.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm going to use my first aid, which costs 0 boons, to put a wisp in my remaining hammer space, which then gives me the wisp power so that I can now erase spaces.
Are you gonna erase the wisp you just made?
No,
Oh,
but I will be able to erase something else.
I wish I would have got the wisp power.
It's a
I
good
didn't.
one.
I didn't.
Good one.
I got Rakshasa, Pixie, and Siren.
I am going to use
I want to go back and choose again.
this.
I got the pixie just now, and I feel good about it.
I'm going to use 1 boon to activate that
Right.
wisp I just got. and
I had to use
erase
my
this
boon
one
to get
square.
the wiggle one.
I
Oh,
really,
yeah.
really need to fill this. Oh, we have one more round after this.
We have one more.
Yeah, this is round 7, y'all.
So I could pass on this one,
You could.
and I'm not out or anything.
Right.
Correct.
I think
Okay.
I have to pass on
Oof.
So I just used 2 powers in that one round, but I got myself 2 boons out of it.
it. I'm not.
Yeah, I got a boon out of doing that. I used a boon, and I was able to get a boon. Oop, and I unlocked another boon.
Oh, wait
I
a
unlocked 2
second.
boons with that.
Wait a second.
3 boons.
12 boons.
39 boons.
Infinite boons.
It's insane the amount of boons I unlocked.
This probably does mean I will not be able to play in the last round.
I'm gonna have to use another boon. I'm gonna use a boon. Using the free boon you gave me at the start of the game. Thanks, fellas.
By the way, I just want to point out, I had to erase my turn 2 turns ago. That's why I
Boom,
lagged.
boom, boom, boom.
That beautiful thing where I got all those boons
Mhm.
did not cover a crown. So before
to
the
erase
next
all
round,
that?
I had to erase that.
Oh,
Right,
Rob.
right.
Do I gotta
I had to do it before.
Oh
before
no!
the card.
Oh no! Is Rob cheat count 3?
you guys.
Hey, no, this game comes with these on purpose.
It does
So
come with
for
erasers.
people at home, one of the big differences in the we mentioned it already, but in the competitive game, you do start with 1 boon, and we did that specifically because if we did not do that, you wouldn't be able to use any wiggle cards for at least 2 rounds, probably
At
3
least
or
2.
4. for most people, and we really wanted that to be part of the competitive game. So we
like
give
the
everybody one free one to start with.
Yeah, I like the Wiggles too.
Toot toot chugga chugga, big red car.
You know, I've actually never watched the Wiggles. The real
I
Wiggles.
have a professional obligation to be aware
That's right.
of.
You are a teacher of children, sir.
That's what happens to me when I have too much to drink at a party. I get the wiggles.
I have a friend who met the Wiggles in Las Vegas, and it turns out while they are children's entertainers, they are also
They can-
still very much Australian men.
They can pack
They
them away.
party. So
We
they're.
party. We party. All right. So what's
I
what's
want
the
to point
next
something out.
Yeah, good.
I'm going to cross out that 5 so that I don't get in trouble.
thing? You have the
with,
stage, sir.
But I want to.
I hope some people are playing along at home. By the way,
I've
I
got-
hope you're enjoying it. If you are,
Rakshasa,
yes,
Wisp,
Yes.
6, and then I've got the Yarthkin,
yeah.
empty spot, and a 5. I haven't repeated anything
Yeah.
because repeating things can be risky. Less risky in this version, but
Oh, super risky in the co-op
Co-op,
version.
yeah.
Yeah, you get because you only get so many runes to look at.
What I
I
really like,
assume we're
Rob,
good here.
Yeah.
I'm good.
what I really like, Rob, is that you set yourself up for a brutal score by putting all the high value things on crowns and then immediately shading them in.
I only have
Oh,
high value
snap,
things.
guys. I totally forgot about the fact that I could be
About
scoring points off the ones I put on crowns.
Yep. Anything you put
So
on
I
a crown,
need to
you
think
shade
about
in.
whether I want to put it on a crown because it could be worth more points later. Damn it,
'Cause
Adam.
I have a
Why'd you
one,
forget
a
about
2,
that?
a siren.
Yeah, I did
Yarkin.
unfortunately have to burn a Rakshasa on one of my
Yeah.
crowns.
I put a golem on there.
You guys, here it is. Round 8. Round 8
Round
of
8.
8.
Ooh.
Round 8 of 8. We're almost at the halfway point. We're almost to Ascension.
Ooh.
Dun 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 dun. That's the sound. That's the song of Ascension, apparently.
All right, the
The
blade. That is
blade.
not a friend
No.
to people in the 8th round of this game.
That's not bad.
The
Oh,
blade.
the
This is my
sparrow.
manna from heaven.
Tweedledee.
And,
Epoch.
and then the dragon.
Aw. A
Fill
sparrow
an
and
empty
a puck?
square.
I feel the need to point out I am actually not cheating, but if I could choose cards to come out at this point,
Oh,
these
man.
would be real high up in my list.
The only thing I wish was different. I know there's a different golem tile that has a higher number on it. That's the only thing I wish is that one was the I think it's a 1, 3, and a 5 for the
Yeah.
golems.
All right, so I'm gonna spend a boon. I'm gonna spend one of my boons because I want that siren tile over when I write the sparrow in because I need that
Oh.
siren. I need that siren ability, man.
Well, I need to finish this round out, huh? So it's going to be Puck or the Sparrow for sure for Rob.
Yeah, I got to
and
do
it doesn't-
Pucker Sparrow as well.
Once you look at it, it doesn't look like that hard a decision, right?
Well,
Yeah,
the 2 golems are worth 5 each, and the
Yeah.
dragon's worth 1
yeah.
versus
So
2 and 6.
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
11 and 8.
All right. I am spending 2 boons to use
I'm gonna-
my erase power one more time.
I do like spending boons to earn 2 boons.
Boons? I love
Yeah.
spending boons to earn boons. It's great. Love when that happens.
Because then that lets me write.
okay, so my final
6, 1.
Countdown to
Is-
Oh
listen.
no! Oh no!
Oh,
is-
no.
No. Unstoppable.
All
Gotcha.
right, I'm going to invite everyone to look at the bottom here. I have, and look at the bottom of your own too.
We need to look. Okay.
I have 3 aids and
Yep.
6 banners, so I will continue. I have also shaded in 9 squares, so I am not cheating. So
I went-
just
I
double
have
check.
just 6 banners. I only did 2 aids because I put a 6 on this hammer.
Look
so
at
it
all
did not
those
recruit.
6s and Rakshasas. I quit.
Okay,
Okay,
that does limit me a bit. There are some cards that say things like 1 to 4 dragons, which means I can't use any of those 5 or 6s. So
Right.
I'm limiting my ability to complete some of those second half cards.
I was just verifying that I'm not cheating, which I'm not. So I've got 9 colored in. I've got 3 abilities here: Rakshasa, Fae, or Pixie, and Siren. And then I've used 2 boons so far, and I've shaded in 1 thingy, and then I earned some boons.
Excellent.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here
Oh, and
and say I did pretty well on boons. I have available to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh,
So I have
ooh.
all 6 of my banners filled in.
Very
I have
nice.
3 aids, so I will continue the game. But I have unlocked 1, 2, 3, 5 boons,
Nice.
which I will be using only to serenade or reallocate.
All right.
Because grow cannot be used in the second half.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
reallocate
right.
is a good one. for this
I'm gonna have that described to me. 'Cause that's a brand new one. I don't know. I haven't played that yet.
Right.
I haven't
All
played
right.
that one either.
Are we all good?
We are. It's time.
Yeah,
It's
Atomia is
time.
on its way to Ascension.
Going on to Ascension.
It's time.
So while Rob is setting that up, I'm going to take a moment to explain the differences. So in the Ascension phase, now all the cards are flipped over and they look different. Instead of drawing shapes and numbers on your map, now you're going to be shading in spaces, matching the patterns in ways that fulfill the requirements on the card. And you're doing that in order to deploy the units that you set aside in the first half in those banners to send them to claim the citadels. So
All right,
just
so
like
let's see some cards.
Yeah.
Let's see some.
Well, here we can see 2. I have to
Okay.
shuffle them.
You're shuffling the other ones. Got it.
excellent.
Okay. So they're just blocks now.
Right. And what you're going to be doing, you can now use that outer purple grayish border that we said you couldn't use in the first half.
Kind of
So you have
forgot
more
it was
room.
there.
And with each card, you must cover at least one space that has something written on it. So a number or an icon every round.
It turns out if Titania asks you to send her troops and you get cute and send her nothing, she is not amused.
Right.
Oh, okay. So I have to cover something, some open symbol I drew in the first round
Correct.
with that shaded area.
Right.
Cool.
And then on
Oh,
the
so
shaded,
now my shaded areas from the beginning are like a puzzle on top of the puzzle.
yes, and they block you because you've already shaded those
Great.
squares. You can't shade them again. So each card has a condition, and we're going to have Rob probably read us those conditions before we play.
Yeah.
But like that first one says, each dragon unit is odd. So that means that you have to draw that sort of staircase shape, shade that in somewhere on your map. You have to cover at least one dragon because she's asking about dragons. And every dragon unit that you cover has to be an odd number. So
Okay, so each dragon unit is odd.
Mhm.
Gotcha. All right.
And the reason you might choose to complete that card is based on that matching rune. So that rune tile shows a wisp and a 5. If you have a wisp or a 5 somewhere in this banner list,
Okay.
then by completing that card, you get to send a wisp or a 5 to complete the raid on the citadel,
But not both.
but not both.
Oh,
So,
okay. So I'm delivering them to the Citadel
Right.
if I can fulfill the shape.
If you can fulfill the shape and the related requirement, then you get to mark the triangle under one of those banners of either a wisp or a 5. So like if you do the middle card, if you can complete that where you cover 3 of the same type of Fae, then you can mark a triangle either under a 1 or a pixie. And the third one, if you can do that shape and not cover any golems or Yarthkin, then you get to mark the triangle under a
Okay.
Rakshasa.
So I'm really looking at the runes to see what I can deliver.
Right.
Because in the second round, it's advantageous for me to send them as quickly as possible, right?
Correct.
To fulfill all
just,
6 as quickly as I can.
Right. But like the first part, you could just pass in a round and not draw anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's one where you don't like any of the cards that are out or unable to beat them, then you could pass. But if you pass 3 times, then
I'm gonna do a real example here.
Okay.
So Stand Together, the middle one, says 3 of the same Fae.
Right.
It can deliver a pixie or a 1.
Correct.
Right? Okay. I have a 1 in a banner.
Okay.
And I can shade that shape over a bunch of squares that include 3 golems and a 2.
Perfect.
So that's perfect, right?
Yep.
So if I shade over 3 golems and a 2, then so I shade those, and I'll show it on the screen here so everyone at home can see.
You know what? I'm just going to jump over on the camera and show my work live right here. So this one says each dragon unit must be odd. I know I have to cover at least 1 unit always. This says I have to cover a unit that's a dragon, at least 1. And I could do a 5 or a wisp while I have both of those. So that's a good card for me. The other thing to keep in mind is each one of these symbols appears 3 times on the tiles that come out of the bag in this game. So keeping track of what's been out isn't a bad idea. It isn't a memory game in that regard. You can always look at the pieces that are out.
Gotcha.
I'm going to fill in this funny sort of stair-step shape right here. I'm going to have a blank spot. I'm going to fill in 1, 2, 3, 4 empty spots, and then a 1, which is odd.
Yep.
Dragon, and I filled in the shape. So now I get to, I'm going to send my 5.
Okay.
Because there's a 5 there. And that's how you do that.
Okay.
Long story short.
You could have sent your wisp as well.
I could have.
Instead.
But I didn't.
Right.
And that's why I'm going to lose later.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to do that and send my 1 then.
There you go.
I have also chosen my odd beasts. How odd they are. I had to use one of my boons.
Oh, no. To do what?
I used Serenade to skip a square because I had an even number at the end of that staircase. Hanging out at the bottom of the stairs.
I used a boon. I filled the Be Quick card in this area here. Did not use any golems or Yarthkin. I covered up a 4, and then all these had blank squares. But I did not have any of the matching symbols. So I used one boon, that boon, to substitute in that wiggle tile, which had a feather on it.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Can you flip back? So there you go. All right. That's how you use the wiggle in this.
So important in the second half. I
mean, it always only costs 1 boon to use the wiggles, right?
Correct.
But we don't have to. We just have to shade in the boon thingy. We don't mark the aid thingy. Yeah.
Because the aid, that's just for using the aid powers.
Yeah. Good. All right. I am going to. I think we can probably clear these, right?
So I did it. If anyone out there is for later, we'll pause here. Okay, now.
All right.
We're taking
I'm going to make it dark for a second. The light here is plugged in to an external battery. And I'm seeing a little blue light flashing.
Uh-oh.
So I'm just going to switch to another external battery right next to it.
I didn't realize my first aid is free.
Oh,
Yes.
You should
Your first
totally
aid
realize
is
that.
free, sir.
So I had to fix that.
Technically,
Yeah, but-
your second aid is free too because they gave us a free boon to start the game.
I already used my free boon.
Oh. Well. Taking a little bit of an intermission.
Oh yeah, I should
So
grab
I
my water
will,
bottle.
by swapping out that tile, I'm now down to 2 available boons, which means I can't use any more aid powers because my next aid power would cost me 3 boons. I really went a little hog wild using those at the beginning.
Oh, and you can't earn boons in the second half.
Correct. Nor can you get,
right.
like, if you somehow left your hammer unfilled, you couldn't earn a new aid now either.
Yeah.
Because you're not writing those.
You're
right
just
numbers.
shading them in.
That's right.
Here we go. Sorry, boys and girls. And people who don't fall into either of those.
All right. So now we're on the second turn.
It is round,
Round
two.
two. Round two.
Round
Fight.
two.
All right. We got a Yarskin and a 4.
Ooh,
What do
Rakshasa
we need?
Lassa.
We need
Pixie
5.
and a
We need
4.
5. At 5 or
I'm liking these tiles, Rob. Good drawing.
5 and
Well,
2.
you know, the
Shasa
bag and I,
Oh, I don't like that shape though.
that is the
Barf.
biggest shape, and this is, I think, the smallest shape. So,
An even
Oh,
total of dragons. No Fae.
double. A double,
Fae.
no Fae.
I love that guy.
all right. So, even total of dragons is here. Odd total of dragons is there. This, you can't send any Fae at all. So it has to only be numbers.
Dagrons.
There you go.
I mean,
And
numbers.
over here,
I mean, numbers.
1 to 4 dragons. So this is a very dragon heavy pull, which is actually not totally uncommon.
Oh, question.
Please.
The Rakshasa ability, how does that work?
The Rakshasa ability.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So it's awesome. The deal is you use that and you would only have to cover. So, for example, here, you could just cover 1 instance of the number 1 because the cost of this is an odd number of dragons. 1 dragon is an odd number. And actually, you tempt me. You tempt me. But,
And how would that work with Cleansed in Flame?
Yeah, exactly. How would that work? With
So
Cleansed in Flame?
remember, the minimum is always you have to cover at least one
thing.
square. So
square
the
of
minimum
something.
would be
one dragon of any value.
Oh,
This would be
okay.
1 even dragon, and this would be a dragon or dragons that equal 1 to 4.
Let's
But
go,
you don't have to draw
Rakshasa.
the rest. So the Rakshasa is
Let's
awesome.
go. Rakshasa, you're my boy.
Sadly, I don't have it. So
Glad I got him. I'm going to do that.
Cleansed in Flame
yes.
is no Fae, and I only have to cover 1 square with no Fae anyway.
you have to
wait,
cover
wait.
one
I
one
have to-
square with the dragon.
Yeah,
because
yeah. Yeah, no matter what. That's
So
the way
yeah,
that
you
card
could do
plays no matter
3
what.
But you don't draw the other 3 squares if you use the reallocate.
If you use the Rakshasa
Just to
Oh, you
cover
only have to shade in 1 single square?
with the
Yeah.
Rakshasa. Because the Rakshasa says you're just fulfilling the requirement.
Oh, now
You
I
can ignore the rest
understand
of the
it.
space. Yeah,
It's
So you shade,
super
in,
powerful.
you shade in 1 cube, period.
right.
It just
Right.
that 1 cube has to meet that requirement.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
there are other cards where they require,
That is
say,
really good.
3 different
That's so good.
3 different Fae.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Yeah.
cover just those 3 spaces. So no,
But you
it's
can
awesome.
pick them anywhere on your map, though.
You got it.
As long as they fit within that
Mhm.
the space of
I knew
the
the
shade.
I knew the Rakshasa was awesome in the other version of this game.
All
It's even more awesome here.
right.
Hey,
do I
you know
wanna do
what?
here?
I don't want to say anything, but he knows it too.
There's
He
so much
knows.
on this board right now that I can deliver, and it's driving me crazy.
I know,
There's
right?
so
Which one do you
much.
pick? You
I
gotta
need-
guess.
They're all going to be gone.
Can I have the 5? Can I have the Rakshasa? Can I have the 2? Can I have the other Rakshasa?
So up here, I covered
Oh no, I need the thing.
I covered
yeah.
blank 2 and a blank, which
Mhm.
let me send my Rakshasa over here because of that. I covered an even number of dragons. And off
I think I have to use a boon. I'm just going to go for it. I don't know if this is the right choice, but I'm going to go for it.
Go
All right.
for it.
Whew, okay. I'm using a boon. I'm going to use my B boon. What's that B boon?
B boon.
Gone.
That's what I
Gone,
call my
B-boon.
grandfather. B-boon.
B boon.
Gone. All right.
That's-
I'm going to use it to substitute that 2
Get it in there.
over by there, over here somewhere else.
Well, these
And
two
then-
folks.
And then I'm going to do Cleansed in Flame. And I got this cool little spot right here. I'm going to make sure this is legal. All right. Bring me up.
Here you go.
All right.
You got
So
it.
is this legal? I'm doing Cleansed in Flame. Right.
Mhm.
And there's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm covering just dragon.
Yep.
So just a 3
No
dragon.
Fae.
No Fae.
No
Yes,
Fae.
baby.
Because
No
you're
cap.
using your Rakshasa
Okay,
power.
please.
Right?
I'm using the Rakshasa power.
Okay.
No. Not because I was using the Rakshasa power,
No.
just because
Oh.
that says no Fae.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not
okay.
using it yet.
But you're
He's-
filling in all 4 of those spaces.
I'm
then.
filling all 4 of those spaces in. And here's what I'm doing. I'm substituting that 2 so that I can deliver 1 of my 2s.
Nice.
Because I
Here
have
we
2 2s, y'all. I made a mistake.
Rakshasa aids used. 1.
Ah, yes. We've used 1 Rakshasa. You've used 1 Rakshasa.
I used 1. I'm going to keep it going, though. I'm only using Rakshasas.
For the rest of the
He's
game.
All day, every
Specialist.
day.
You'll be a
Forget it.
worn out aid. Rakshasa will be like, all right, stop asking me to
I'm
do
tired.
stuff.
But your claws are so sharp.
You're so good at it.
Your vest is so on point.
Best game.
He is very
on
sharply
point.
dressed.
All right, I'm going to pull these off now, folks. So,
Mhm.
All right. Here we go. That was only round 2, right? Are we on round
Yep.
3?
We are in round
Round
3.
I'm a little worried about how many pixies have come through because I
Is he
still
round
need to
3?
send a pixie to claim a citadel.
I feel that way about Rakshasas right now, too.
Rakshasa Lassa.
I've only
Oh,
had.
there's another pixie. Okay.
Oh,
And
no.
and a 1 and a 2.
Is
I
there a
literally could
2?
use all
Oh,
4
there's a
of
2.
my
It's a 2. Yeah, the
banners.
Siren 2.
Yeah, it's good.
Just give me a good card, Rob. Something that doesn't use any spaces.
Give me a shape that you shade 0 things. What?
huh? Okay.
Okay, that
So
one's
this
not
one, weird sort of Z shape, and it's
It is
each
a
dragon
weird
is
Z shape.
odd.
Each dragon is on.
Oh, here we go. 3 different Fae. I just mentioned that,
3 different
and
Fae.
there it is. All right.
Woof.
Then we have the big one, and it costs a lot of points too. This is not your favorite card in the
No,
Versus.
I don't want to do that. Oh, I need that.
each dragon unit is even.
All right, so there's a snaky shape where each dragon unit is odd.
Mhm.
Snaky.
All right, I got to use an aid. 2 boons filling in, which is my last one because I only have 2 boons left. But
Oh,
I can
man,
use those to wiggle.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
But you guys, here we go.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, I can do that.
Rakshas is used too.
I can do that 3 different Fae, but it is awful for my board state. Like it's just right in the middle, gonna take up so much room.
I'm really tempted to use. So the 3 Fae ability I have are the Wisps Vanish, the Pixies Plot, and the Yarthkins Wrangle. Now the Wrangle is no longer available. I'm really tempted just to write an even number and use this. That would cost me 3 boons.
Yeah, because you gotta. Yeah.
3 boons.
Rakshasa eggs used. What is it? What's the count?
We're at 3 Rakshasas.
I'm doing it.
He's
I'm
getting
doing it.
tired. He's
I
getting
have to.
tired.
I have to, guys.
We've used 3 Rakshasas.
This is my 4 and my 5. I'm doing the first one, threading the needle.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to use it to cover the only one
there's a
on
1.
my board. I have 1.
cover-
Look at this. Look at this 1 in the middle of my board.
There it is. Get it
I
out of
have
there.
1 in the middle of my
Get it out of
board.
there.
That's nice.
Cover that, son.
I'm going to cover that up. And that fulfills the requirements on that thing, which gives me a 2. And now my choice to put 2 2s on my citadels. Whew. All the pressure is lifted from that choice. I've been sitting the whole time going, oh no, I repeated a number. Shit, what do I do?
All right, I am biting the bullet, crossing off a Yarthkin, a Golem, a Wisp, another Golem, and a 3 to go to the Citadel and send my Pixie.
Wow. That's a baller
sucks.
move.
That was
rough.
It's a baller move.
That was really expensive, man.
It was, but it was the only one I could make work.
My first move, by the way, of Ascension, I just want to remind everyone, my first move of Ascension was to cover up 15 points worth of Golem.
Oofa doofa.
Making good choices.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I have a big empty area down here, right?
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Is that Rob cheat count? What? No, I'm joking.
I am going to
increase it.
use the plot ability
Yeah.
to just slap a 1 down there.
The plots ability.
So that was okay. That was actually the other move I was thinking of doing, Rob, was using the Pixie to do the same thing to fulfill one of those. But it was the same to use a Rakshasa, and we got to up the count.
Rakshasas. 3 of them.
You guys have added a new element of like investing in the aids. All right, so there's the shape, and I'm just going to write a 1 in there.
Oh.
And then I'm going to cross that out.
Boy, adding up the number of points that I just covered for that stupid card, it feels like every now and again I go and look and do the math on how much money I've spent on Arkham Horror, the card game cards.
Yeah, when you read off all those names, I'm like, oh god, some of those are expensive right now.
Yeah, I think it was about 20 points of.
Oof.
Defense.
Well, you can't
You
have
know,
all
my
the
Pixie
points.
went and got the Citadel. So
let me point something else out though.
You have to deliver all 6 to actually win.
Every time you use an aid, each boon is 3 points.
Yeah.
What?
At the end of the game, unused boons are 3 points.
Oh, unused boons are worth 3 points.
Right.
So,
Well, I might have 1 depending on how
How many more
fate shines
Rakshasas do
upon
you
those.
use?
I can't use any. I don't have enough to use any more aids. That was the last.
Just about.
The last aid I used was
So,
the Rakshasa.
All the boons you have left are wiggle boons.
I have 1 boon left. It is a wiggle boon.
It's a wiggle boon.
I got a wiggle boon.
Is there some room to maybe change those little circles to be coonskin caps like Daniel Boone?
Oh no.
Daniel Boone's.
I have several Daniel boons. It's round 4.
Wow.
Round
It's
4
round
is beginning, you guys.
Oh,
Halfway
boy.
mark.
There's only 1 card I can use.
all right, so
Oh,
this
come
one
on.
is another 3 different Fae. That is
Oh,
that
Pat.
is just very hard. 1 to
many.
4.
I'm sorry. Hold on. You pulled the wrong tiles. I need one with a Rakshasa.
Aw. Here we go. Be nimble. No golems, no Yarthkins.
What's that middle
This
one?
is fair
Keep
game.
him busy.
Keep them busy. That's 1 to 4 total dragons.
He's looking
See,
for the
add
19th
on
century
dragons.
Russian composer Shostakovich.
Let's see. 1 to 4 dragons.
I mean, that's a really tempting one. If you can pull it off.
That one's tough because I got it right here, but I'm covering up 4 points in wisps.
I'm gonna cover up a 4 if I use that one.
No favor.
I'm delivering a wisp for sure. Because
You know what? The only thing I can deliver on there is a 6. So I'm gonna have to do it.
I'm spending a boon to use flame.
And I don't
Here-
have any boons to spend, so
I think here, yeah. I've got the 2 and the blank and a blank and a 6 and a blank. I'm going to use that to do be nimble. I'm covering up 8 points worth of dragons, but I'm being very efficient with my space.
You must ascend to score points.
I mean, yeah, you must have signed the score points. Is right. Oh, hold on. What am I getting that? Oh, I need the tiles.
Well, and so
You
far
wanna
I'm 1 for 1. You know,
Boom, 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 boom,
4
boom,
rounds.
boom. All right. I got.
All right.
Here's me. I'm also
I got you.
4 rounds, 4 citadels. The last one I did is this one right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same situation. I got 2 citadels left.
Yep. Same here. But I ate another 13 points worth of dragons.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop adding it up. It's too
Say,
painful.
I love being able to play this game like this.
That's
also-
really expensive.
I'll
Well-
also add, I've never
Yeah.
played this game in person.
Really,
I think
It's
I've
always been
only
remote.
ever played it remotely.
You know,
Yeah.
the interesting thing is this game had been in existence for the better part of a year, almost a full year, before Brendan and I, who conceived of and created it, played it together because whereas we lived just a couple miles apart, until we were both vaccinated, we did not hang out in the same room. So this was all designed
Oh,
remotely.
yeah. And
So,
it was 2 themes ago that I first played this game. I remember.
All right.
now.
Oh wow, the bleeding edge of the game. Actually, if you go on our Kickstarter page, which you
Here
should,
we go.
and you should smash that support. At one level,
Yeah, if
you
you're
get a
seeing
beanie.
this, if you're seeing this before Sunday, November 21st, right? Or
Yep.
22nd?
21st.
21st. Then yeah, please go back to our Kickstarter. And if you're seeing it after, then
Thanks
go
for
to
your support.
Kickstarter, it'll link, and
A
you
link
can
to
go
the
check it out.
backer
Yeah.
kit, right?
There it is. There's a link right there. Let me throw that up there.
Nice.
Some of the swag pack level has some delightful components to it,
Yeah, we
including,
got a
as
cool
I
beanie.
mentioned, a really cool purple heathered beanie. I'm gonna have Brendan help me shuffle those cards.
Everybody, round 5.
And in case anyone
Mm-hmm.
is unsure about their fashion sense the way I am, my hip art school college student said that beanie is wicked cool.
Those were the
How
words
about-
they used to. They said it
All
was
right, I'm
wicked.
going to translate for our Canadian friends a toque, right?
Dude, yeah.
I think so. Well, anyway, it's a beanie. It's a beanie. All right, what do we got? See these cards.
I have
Is
two
this
of these I
pin
can
in
use.
the swag pack?
Yeah.
That pin is in the swag
It is
pack.
indeed.
Actually, I think it's a- I think
Cards are shuffled.
Glows in the
I think it's the
hard to
purple. I
tell.
think it's the purple version we're
I
putting
think
in.
it's the purple there.
Yeah, then we got a limited run of these green ones though.
Yeah.
That right there, handing the cards to Rob, is the first time I've felt any of the side effect of my booster shot I got today.
Ooh,
That arm.
you know I
sore.
got a flu shot and that thing hurt my arm too. It never did before.
All right.
All right, this one's
3
tricky.
consecutive values of
Now-
dragons.
I designed this game, so there is at least 2 spots on my board that have 4, 5, 6. So this requires that you have a short straight. You need 3 consecutive values of dragons. It could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6.
So that's
Yeah.
not happening.
For the
What's the
brood.
next one?
Jesus.
Just
Yeah,
your
each dragon
each-
unit.
each.
I don't
not the
have
total. Each.
I don't have that one.
And what's the middle one?
The middle one is each dragon unit is even.
Each dragon.
Not the
unit,
total.
yeah, okay.
And then here we are, 3 different Fae.
3 different.
You're
Fae.
you're a better gamer than I if you can still pull that off now without
Oh shit.
using an aid.
Can I pass?
Yeah, totally.
I'm not out.
And
Correct.
you're not out.
Okay.
Oh,
Do I get a certain number? Oh yeah, there's only 8 rounds. so
well, yeah.
I gotta manage it myself.
You know, I could complete for the brood, and that would let me send either a golem or a 2, but I would have to cover 18 points worth of units to do it.
I
I
need another
cannot.
Rakshasa.
I need a Rakshasa and a 5.
Well, there's only one more.
I'm gonna do it.
There's only one more golem in the whole.
Oh, I
bag.
can
was gonna
do the-
say I'd
for the
rather
brood.
give up the points and make it to the end than risk not having the tiles I need later. So I'm gonna do it. That's 18 more points down the tubes, but I can deliver that column. All right. So sometime in the next 3, I have to get a 2. Get a 2.
This is the moment, right?
This is the moment when I know I'm on my.
It's the hard choices that, like in the cooperative game, the hard choices are: do you pick a card that means Jordan will have to pass? You know, you're kind
Right,
of negotiating who's going to be able to do what because the market's not cycling every round. In the competitive game, it is just you see your score evaporating with every dang square you shoot.
I've got a couple outs. I got some space. I
All
got a couple of wiggle wiggle boons.
All right, Rob.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
Everybody
actually
ready?
just thinking here.
I'm
friends.
gonna dream in a prayer, I think.
You gonna
And
pass?
I passed. I
Nice.
could not write any of these.
Okay.
Here's the thing. It would mean having to use my final aid.
Ooh.
Oh, that ship sailed for me, man.
Yeah.
We got 3 more rounds.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're eight. You are rich in bounties over there.
I am going to pass.
That's what happens when you can cheat so much.
What's that cheat count again? Can we get the cheat count out so
7?
we can get a
We need the
reminder?
cheat count
Oh,
out.
is it
Cheat count
7 or the
at
one for
3.
the notice?
Cheat count is at 3.
It's only at 3. That's
For
not
those of
too
you
bad.
following at home, the cheat count is 3.
Rob's cheat
Jordan,
count.
I am a little disappointed that you haven't hot swapped in a little picture of the cheat from Homestar Runner.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Jordan's like, I'm
this
playing the
is-
game and I'm taking it seriously.
I like.
Oh, I saved a boon earlier just for this situation.
Oh no.
Oh
It's
no.
bad for me.
Oh no,
yeah,
no,
I'm gonna
no,
pass
no, no.
because there's no 2
Well,
here.
no, 2 things I need are out right now.
Oh, snap.
The last one I need. The last one I need is right there, right in front of me. Everybody, it's round 6 of 8. Here we go.
Oh man. Okay.
All right,
Each
pass,
dragon unit
pass
is
for
on.
me.
Brendan just passes and passes and passes.
All right. So the first one there says
Just waiting
each
for it.
dragon unit is odd. The next one says 1 to 4 total dragons,
Mm-hmm.
and then each dragon unit is even.
Mm-hmm. And this is 12 or more total dragons.
Well, yeah, we can. That one can just go right to. Does not exist. Not even considering it.
So I'm going to do
Each dragon unit is even.
this one because I know because there were 2 golems in the last round. I know that
It's your last shot
this
at
is
the
the
golem
only golem that's going to come up. So
until is there a Rob in the count that we're at? Are the tiles going to cycle again before the game is over?
let's see. How many rounds after
Oh
this?
man.
We're going to do
2 more.
Nope. And
Okay.
2 tiles will
All right.
stay in the bag.
So I'm using 1 boon. I'm using a wiggle boon because I want fearsome beauties.
Rob.
Wow, you are a bold
Okay.
boy.
Rob,
Yeah.
I have a question. Can we get a count of how many 5s have been
Yeah.
used?
You know, it's easy to do because there's only none.
Okay, no 5s.
Yeah,
And
no
no
5s have been
Rakshasas?
used. Well, 1,
Just this one.
just this one. So there's
Okay.
3 5s and
Oh, so the
2
pressure is
Rakshasas.
not on. I thought the pressure
No,
was
but it
on.
was for me. So,
So there's
I gotta walk this decision back.
oh wait, Jordan cheat
This is
count.
not right.
Yeah. Jordan cheat count.
No, this game comes with erasers for a reason.
Yeah.
And if you back now, you could check out the cool eraser that will be in.
Yeah, we're gonna ship.
Yeah.
The game's gonna ship within. If we can hit
Well, we
12,000,
got that
we're
stretch
real
goal.
close.
I
Real
mean,
close.
if you go back now,
we're actually real close.
we will. We're that close.
We're very
Go
close.
back right now. You'll get the eraser. Probably.
Yes, you will.
You'll push us into Eraser Town.
Won't you push me to eraser
Eraser
town?
Town.
I think this is the only way I
just
gotta do
went with that
this.
one.
That's
Yeah,
all
I just
you
went
can
with it.
sing of that. Don't sing
What?
anymore.
We should sing songs
Oh,
by friends
man.
of mine. Make them sue me.
I don't like any of these
Look
options.
at how glow in the dark this is.
I don't want to pass up the
That's
opportunity
nice.
that my things I need won't come up. I got to do it.
I have to do it too. Okay, I'm using my last boon. Oh god. I'm wiggling in that Rakshasa over there.
There is a bit of tightrope
There,
walking.
you can see it glowing now.
Yeah.
I'm wiggling in fearsome beauties over this Yartkin 5 because I need that 5. Okay.
But you're spending how many points? I want to
Wow.
know. How many points of stuff are you covering?
12.
Oof. Oh, only 12?
14. Only 14. 14.
That's-
Because I got
that's
2
pretty
6s and
impressive.
a pixie.
Nice.
But that was my last.
9. I'm losing 9 on
That
this
was my
one.
last citadel, so I'm locked in. So I'm going to ascend.
Oh, that was your last. So
Yeah,
you're
I'm gonna-
gonna be
nice.
done.
So
No, I
you
sit
might just
pretty.
be passing here then.
I sit
Right.
pretty the rest of this game.
Yeah, there's no point in drawing additional things. If
Yeah,
you
we're gonna.
Alright.
I'm just take a knee twice,
Nice.
and I'm in.
Good job.
Assume we're good here.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm just making sure I can actually draw this shape, and I can. All right, and I'm using it to send over the Rakshasa. So I'm looking for a 5.
Oh, did you say Rakshasa?
Yeah, I just got it.
We've used 3 Rakshasas.
Oh no,
this
no,
game.
I didn't.
No, he's
use-
delivering one.
I
that,
delivered a
I-
Rakshasa.
we've still used 3
Oh, okay.
Rakshasas.
Oh, okay.
We have
okay.
used 3 Rakshasa.
It just every time we say the word, it's the secret word of the day, like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
The secret word
Rakshasas.
is Rakshasa.
Brendan,
Oh, I am.
I don't know if
living on
our
the
friends at
edge here.
home remember, but I needed a 6. And
Oh,
there it is. Oh, and that's a nice
I needed a 5,
friendly card.
and I have no boons left. So I
You
can't.
have a
I
cleansed
can't
flame.
wiggle.
I need
And-
two
A flame apocalypse.
2 rounds in a row with no 2s.
Okay, there's one more. There's one more row to see, right?
Yep, there's one
Okay.
more
Yeah.
round.
I am passing this one. as
I
well.
am too. I am too.
Everybody, this is
So there's-
round 7.
There's going to be 2 tiles that don't come out. So if it's a 2 and a 5, we're both.
Oh
Jump
man,
down.
we're both gone.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
Music to my
This
ears.
game stinks. Well, that's one of the really delightful pieces of the choices that I made. Like, there were times earlier I could have done a 2 and instead I did a golem or whatever.
It all rides on what comes out of that bag next for me.
Yeah, I'm looking for a really special placement here.
I also have left myself just garbage in terms of putting shapes down. So there's a decent
Oh yeah,
chance.
let me show mine too. I want to show mine too. So this is as I pass into the next round.
Mhm.
Here we can.
So here's Brendan.
Oof. Yeah, see,
Oh,
I have a lot
wow.
of spaces, but they're bad shapes.
Yeah.
There's a decent chance I'm going to get my 2 and not a shape I can play.
And do you have any wiggle boons left?
1.
1 wiggle boon. Okay.
So I have no boons left. I need
Yeah.
a 5. Right there. Right there. That one right there.
Yeah, so we're going to be
Ooh.
dancing along, and really sad that cleansed in flame came out now, because that is just a tasty, really nice thing.
You know, I actually only have 1 dragon spot left on my whole board. I have 1, 2 left. That's it. On my
So-
whole board, I have 1, 2.
Actually, looking at my board, I couldn't place that.
The
So-
no pay.
I've got this that I need, right? And it's
Yeah.
only going to cost like as few as 1 dragon,
Mm-hmm.
right? But boy, placing that is
That's a
is
hard
beast.
one. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Odin's beard.
All right. We ready?
Unfortunately, no. This is
Okay. This is a
We're-
pretty tough one.
This is
yeah.
round-
Well, here's the thing:
Yeah.
do I pass now and risk everything?
yeah, probably.
Would you
That's probably a great
say
choice. Perfect
would you
choice.
say this round is really burning your gray matter?
There you go.
Wouldn't that be interesting if Rob passed and then the next round comes up bad
Okay.
and Jordan wins by being the only one who got all 6?
I
Then
do
I don't have
love
to
that
add a-
Jordan's already just like he's like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, I'm good. I just
Right.
need to count my points now.
I always do so badly at this game
Oh,
that
man, I
I'm kind
have
of
one
relieved
more
I
round.
was able to ascend.
All right.
I need a 5. I need a 5. Brendan needs a 2.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend a wiggle so I can
Wiggle
do this.
boons.
And it's going to let me. That is an even total of dragons. Over
bring 'em
here,
up. Here you come.
I have.
Let's see it.
Oh, there we go. I have a 5 here and a 5 there. I can shade in.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
That's
really
real good.
It's good. It's not perfect, but I'm just afraid that 6 isn't going to come up next round.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use this with this to deliver that 6, and then I don't have to sweat the next round. So we're going to go. I'm sorry for making that take a second there, friendlies, but I really want to make sure I beat these Jamokes.
Apparently, you really want us to lose.
Right.
Well, I mean,
we need a 2 and a 5, right?
We need 2 and a 5, man.
Preferably multiples of each.
All right, everybody.
A 1 and a pixie.
Here we go. Round 8.
No.
A 4 and a pixie?
No.
Is that what you want?
No. Shake that bag up some more.
All right, here's a 2.
Is there
And
a
another 2.
Oh,
All
I'm
right,
down.
no.
I'm gone. That's
Oh
it.
no! Are you
Atomia
both
is
out?
destroyed.
No, I have a potential if I can place the card, but Adam needed a 5.
I needed a 5.
All right.
Oh, no. Adam, are you eliminated?
I am eliminated.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
no.
3 different Fae.
Look at that thing.
I hope,
not total
Brendan, I hope
dragons.
the requirements are the Oh, yes, they are.
The people who designed this game are monsters.
Monsters.
So let me just. Oh boy. All right.
Mama, I lost.
Right. No golems or
Do we get your points yet?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my god, both of those are no golems or Yarthkin. Oh,
I'm now adding them back up again
all right.
to make
Oh,
sure.
look, it's be nimble and be quick. They're
I'm
together.
gonna use my boon.
Be nimble, be quick.
Be nimble, be quick, clear a path, and watch them burn.
I'm gonna use my
Oh,
boon.
it makes-
It's
They
like
make
a
little
story.
stories.
Yeah, they do make little stories.
Best place to do that. All right, I'm gonna use my boon, my last boon, to swap in that 2 over under be nimble. And then I'm gonna put it over here, just touching that Yarthkin and then covering these empty spaces.
Ooh.
Which cuts off a massive empty space, but does let me ascend to scoring. So
Which is not insignificant.
right. At least I'm not pulling an Adam.
Yeah, y'all, look. Here it is. Here's me and my dead map.
Eliminated.
Eliminated. I mean,
Look at that huge empty space. That was really good.
Oh, your
Yeah.
sad face. Oh.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. I was eliminated. I could not deliver on all of the things I told Titania I would do.
Yeah.
And she cast me out.
She's sorry. You will be sorrier.
See, here's the thing, Titania. All right, why don't you get one of the damn stones yourself? I got 5 of them for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. So are we?
It's good to be the queen.
5's pretty
It's
good.
good to be the queen. I thought 5 was pretty good. I'm proud of it. It doesn't matter because I lost.
Am I right that everyone else is adding up their score now?
I am adding up my score. It's just
Oh,
I have
should
trouble
we talk
with
about
numbers this high.
Should we talk about what happens now? So since I'm not adding up a score, I guess I will
Sure,
talk
yeah,
through it. Hey, why don't you bring me up on the big screen here?
All right, I got you.
All
Boom.
right. So each one of them now is looking at their map, and they're looking at that Fey Might card to figure out how many points each one of these unshaded Fey icons is now worth. Then they're going to take those numbers and they're going to add those numbers together, and then you're going to add up all the numbers that were dragons. They just become points now. So in this case, I would have to add up all these Fey icons, according to the Fey might card that we'll bring back up here in a second. And then I would add this 2 to it. And then that is my points for what's left over from my board. And then I would add up all the squares that are in the contiguous open area, which I have a really big one here.
Ooh, I haven't done that
scored
yet.
me so many points, but I didn't get to use it.
So here I have 1, 2, 3 Rakshasas. I have 1 Pixie. I have 1 Golem. And I have 1 Yarthkin there. And then I have 1 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6. And then my biggest contiguous space here goes sort of ranging around there. Now, I want to let you guys in. I don't know if I was on camera that whole time.
You were, yes.
Great. I really wanted to keep a 3rd boon open so that I could erase 1 more space, and I would have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spaces into
Wow.
the area. But
That is optimizing your shape, sir.
So 1 point for each space in my largest contiguous area of spaces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then don't forget your boons as well.
And there's 3 for each of those.
Yeah. So I did a Rob cheats. I didn't give myself my boons. I have to rescore.
So I had a contiguous open space of 10 spaces.
That's
So I
not
get 10
bad.
points.
I'm still gonna be bummed like tomorrow morning that I couldn't get those extra 6 spaces in. But it turned out to be the difference between being able to win or not.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think I foolishly spent some of my resources early in the game, which I've done from time to time.
I
was playing with Chelsea at Origins this year, and we did very poorly in the first half because I was spending my resources a bit too quickly.
Well, it's interesting to me in the cooperative version, anyone can choose to use one of the powers that are available through the aids at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And the boons in that, instead of being just for you, are a community asset, which you can also end up spending someone else's boons that they've collected. And whereas it's cooperative, there's nothing in the game that stops you from making that choice.
Like you can say,
yeah,
I want to use this aid, and then the group spends the boons.
Yeah. So
I actually love that because it brings this element in of everyone realizing like, oh, everyone can call the shots here, so we really should be working together.
Should we pull up our totals?
Are we ready?
Yeah, I want
to
to know
reveal
the
the final scores.
I'm
ready. Who wants to reveal theirs first?
86.
I don't want to.
I see Brendan's writing something. I assume he.
I'm gonna add up what I had.
Yeah, do
without the thing, right?
Yeah.
86.
53.
I feel like Ziggy.
69.
Nice.
All right, good job, Rob. 86. That's
86.
So I was
decent
spending the
score.
whole game trying not to fill in my 5s and 6s and my Rakshasas, and I was spending the whole game trying to keep that middle space open.
Yeah, that's
my,
pretty good.
My largest.
I wasn't adding up my score because I was like, well, I was out, so it doesn't matter. But
Now you want to know, don't you?
Yeah,
now I kind of want to know.
it's fun to know what your score would have been.
I had 40 points on my uncovered stuff, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, so 69. 59.
Oh.
59.
Nice.
59.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and I lost. I had the least amount of points and I lost. And that's cool.
So I had 53.
buy this
You had
game?
more points than me.
That's
All right.
awesome. Well, good game, guys. Especially
good game.
since I won.
Absolutely, it's 2-1.
So if you are playing along with us at home, drop into the comments and tell what score you got.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
show
let
a
us know.
picture of your final map so everybody can see the glory that is your final score.
And if you're playing along at home and it's not right now, drop into our social media. Hit us up on Facebook.
Rob,
Insta.
you have a little kudos from a friend. The winner.
Aw.
Thank you,
I
Rachel.
learned everything I know from Rachel.
Yes. Guys, that was a ton of fun.
Yeah, that
You're
was,
here.
that was really
Thanks
fun.
so much for joining us.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
You know, my favorite thing about this game is the puzzle. Is it's so puzzly. You know, the figuring out and the twisting and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
Mhm.
I like the fact that it's 2 puzzles, and if you lose the game, it's because you failed to solve the puzzle that you created.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was
You created
definitely
your own
feeling
darn
it.
puzzle.
Dude, I was feeling it. Look at this. There's no
Oh.
numbers on my map anymore. I took way less numbers than I should have. It's because I like the symbols so much and I like drawing them. And I
Yeah.
like being like, oh, here I got my golems together. Yeah, those were worthless, Adam. Why did you take them? Get more numbers next
Don't
time. Dude.
underestimate those dragons.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks. This was awesome. This is great.
We're here.
Thanks for joining us.
All right.
And
And
go
if you're
check
watching
out
later, thanks for joining.
Titania on Kickstarter if it's before the 22nd
21st.
and 21st. And if it's after, then go to xyzgamelabs.com/Titania to see more. And check us out on all the social media platforms at XYZ Game Labs.
And if it's the fall of 2022, go to your FLGS or hit us up on our website and buy it from us there.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to get it on our website or in retailers in the future.
Right.
Hopefully.
All right.
Guys, I want to thank Rob and Brendan. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Jordan.
Good
Thanks for
times.
running the boards.
And, we started with it, so it only seems fair to end with it. Everybody, have a good night.
All right.
Good night.
Gaia is dying. Once again, we must bridge the gap between our realms to save her. 6 sacred stones in forgotten keeps hold the key to rekindling earthly magic. Go now, my loyal advisors. Unite the stones, and let all of Gaia rejoice at my ascension.